whether the audio and video is clear. Good morning, Vinay. Good morning, Manu. Once again, this is my Telegram channel, people. Any queries or doubts that you have, please send it over here. Good morning, Suganya. Good morning, Sakshi. Good morning, Deepali, Shivani, Akshat, Sapna, Satish, Lipika. All right, people. So in the last class, I introduced you to theories, other theories of motivation. Correct? We have seen the ERG theory. All right. And then we were actually doing the learned theories. So once again, I'm telling you, these topics are again, they have only been asked once. Understand what it is. That is most important. All right. Don't think too much and screw things up. Number one. Number two, again, for the old batch, your classes will be there maximum till January 18th. I don't plan to increase it beyond that. Any other additional topics that I feel may come, etc., I will give it to you as handouts. All right. The other aspect at what I wanted to tell you is, especially to the new batch also, don't leave any backlogs. Very, very important. This is not just with my subject. I'm telling this with every subject. You leave a backlog there, that simply means you are going to feel a sense of disconnect when it comes to connecting topics. Topics के बीच अगर आप जोड़ना चाहते हो तो पुराने backlogs खत्म करो, subject चाहे जो भी हो. Clear? And those of you, again, I am telling you, now I understand you are going to be, you will definitely be focusing more on prelims. इसका ये मतलब नहीं कि पबैट के क्लास प्रीलिम्स के बाद देख लेंगे. प्रीलिम्स के बाद आपके पास वक्त नहीं है. You don't have time after prelims. So what you can do is, old batch, keep reading my notes 1 hour, 2 hours every day. New batch, ensure that you are attending the class. कम से कम उतना तो करो ताकि ओके ये चीज हो रहा है. दूसरी बात ये है, in the Telegram channel, the daily one newspaper article linking it with the theory part, I am putting it up over there. So at least go through that ताकि कहीं ना कहीं आपका रिवीजन भी हो जाएगा. आपको at least you are familiar with the topics. Clear? So that's about it. Now yesterday we had left at the theories of motivation again. We were basically doing the job characteristics model, where we basically said that job characteristic model proposes that motivation, satisfaction, performance, quality and withdrawal behaviors such as absenteeism and turnover. Turnover का मतलब है resignation, absenteeism का मतलब है to be absent, to basically not go for your job, are a function of 3 critical psychological states: experienced meaningfulness, responsibility for outcomes and knowledge of results. 3 चीजों के नतीजा है ये सारा चीज: motivation, satisfaction, performance quality and withdrawal behavior. Clear, people? These three will ultimately decide these four things. What is the meaningfulness that you experience in your job? What is the responsibility that you have? And the knowledge of the results. Are you able to predict the result? Are you able to predict things? All those things matter here. Good morning, Kamya. Good morning, Hardika. Clear, people? Now let us see what do you mean by experience meaningfulness. Is thought to be determined by three core job characteristics: skill variety, task identity, task significance. Skill variety, task identity, and last one, task significance. Now, I already told you the example for this. How many variety of skills can you use? That matters in your job. The skill variety is not at all there. You are only doing routine job, paperwork, desk job, 10 to 5. Automatically, what will people experience? ये क्या काम है ये घिसा पिटा हुआ काम. Getting the point? You are not dealing with people. You are only dealing with what? Thank you, Deepali. Any job you do, there should be something that is interesting. Getting the point here? See, now for me, if you ask me, except for the fact that I cannot see your faces, my job, I love it. Why? Daily I'm interacting with people. One or the other way, I'm interacting with people, and each interaction makes me understand, okay, something new I will have to do in the class. It's a learning experience for me, learning experience for you. But that limited time period when I was in the government job, I was going mad. Why? I'm not used to sitting in a chair behind a desk. So I used to go mad with it. I was like, ये कितने साल, यानी कि 20 आने वाले 20-25 साल के लिए I have to look at the file, look at this, and compare my children also. Okay, that colleague's child brought 80%, so my child should bring 85. वो बोलते हैं ना, छोटे छोटे काम, छोटे लोग, छोटे सोच. You are not developing any skill there. If you are developing any skill, and that is only for what? Backbiting. To, what is it? Complain, to keep cribbing. All of that. What task identity? When you're doing a routine job, filling in salary or putting in, what is that? Report. Report ka matlab hai, what is it? The senior asks you, type a letter for this. You're typing it. What significance? You're not dealing with people. Nothing that you do is directly going to bring a change into the lives of the people. Even if you do it also, nobody is going to know it. Nobody is going to get to know that you did it. So when a skill variety is not there, your job is very routine. Task identity, nothing. You're not going to start something and finish something, some mission. You're only one hissa of it. Tiny part. अगर आप है या ना है, फिर भी वो काम चलेगा. कोई significance भी नहीं है. This is the fundamental issue that is largely seen in work Group C and D level jobs in entire government sector. You also see this in Panchayati Raj institutions. अब मैं आप में से कितने लोग एग्जैक्टली कॉग्निवी वेरी गुड अभिषेक, आप में से कितने लोग चाहेंगे मुझे पंचायत में काम करना है? बहुत कम लोग. Why? None of this is there. In addition to the fact that when you get posted in a panchayat, what is the biggest issue there? No civilization. साहब मेरा गाय चोरी हो गई साहब, वो लेकर गया साहब, कुछ तो करो साहब. आप पुलिस थाने में भी वो लोग मेरा कंप्लेन नहीं ले रहा है. एंड यू विल बी लाइक, आई प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर यूपीएससी एंड यू व्हाट आर यू एक्सपेक्टिंग मी? सर आप जाओ लेकर आओ ना मेरे गाय को. व्हाट? मैं इसके लिए आया हूं यहां पर, तो आप पंचायत के सेक्रेटरी हो ना, तो आप भी करना हमारा काम. आई एम नॉट जोकिंग. Seriously, this is a scenario that has happened. So if you are a city bred, forget city bred, even if you are from a town where you have theaters, some hotels, some bakeries, etc. Now you are being asked to serve in a rural area, nobody will feel happy about it. Same thing goes with municipalities also. म्युनिसिपालिटी में भी स्टाफ बनकर काम करना कोई नहीं चाहता. वही these reasons. There are people who are very happy with a routine job. That is also there. Please understand that. कुछ लोगों के लिए इतना है कि थैंक गॉड मुझे स्किल अपडेट नहीं करना है. थैंक गॉड मेरा मेरा काम उतना बड़ा नहीं है. थैंक गॉड मेरा टास्क का कोई सिग्निफिकेंस नहीं है. बस मुझे यही चाहिए. They only want that stability. They are very happy with their job. That is there. So their motivation is what? They will be motivated. No doubt about it. But a good number of people will also feel what? ये क्या काम है ये? Getting the point here. Then experience responsibility is thought to be shaped by the job characteristic of autonomy, freedom and discretion about when and how to complete the work. And experience knowledge of results is shaped by the job characteristic of feedback. मतलब क्या है? Responsibility का मतलब है आपके पास कितना ऑटोनोमी है. मतलब जिसका जिम्मेदारी ज्यादा हो उसका आजादी भी ज्यादा होगा. बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर, सुपरिटेंडेंट ऑफ पुलिस, असिस्टेंट कमिश्नर ऑफ लेट अस से इनकम टैक्स और जीएसटी. ग्रुप ए सर्विसेज में अगर आप देखोगे तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा वहां पर क्या है? ऑटोनोमी. एनी ग्रुप ए सर्विस, स्टेट लेवल पर हो, सेंट्रल लेवल पर हो, ऑल इंडिया सर्विस हो, generally you have more autonomy for. Autonomy is largely associated with group A service. Group B, group C, group D level पर it is very very less. Means lesser responsibility. कुछ भी करना है ऑर्डर आने दो. ऑर्डर आ गया तो मत तो करो, ऑर्डर नहीं आया मत करो. सो ग्रुप बी, ग्रुप सी, ग्रुप डी पीपल ऑटोमेटिकली क्या होगा? ऑर्डर नहीं आया ना तो तू क्यों इतना टेंशन ले रहे हो? चल चाय पीते हैं, चल. They know some atrocity is happening or that is a very bad guy, he should be arrested. या फिर they know that section 144 has to be declared, you have to put a curfew. They know it all. लेकिन कलेक्टर से ऑर्डर नहीं आया है, कलेक्टर अब तक कुछ नहीं किया है, तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे? सर चल समोसा बुला, समोसा बोल, चाय बोल, पीते हैं, खाते हैं, चल होटल चल, बिरयानी खाते हैं आज. What else are you going to do? It is not your responsibility. कर्फ्यू या तो गवर्नमेंट शुड ऑर्डर और कलेक्टर शुड ऑर्डर और द पुलिस शुड टेक सम एक्शन. यू आर ओनली वन इंस्पेक्टर और यू आर ओनली वन तहसीलदार. व्हाट आर यू गोइंग टू डू दैट? इट इज नॉट योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. आपने सब कुछ इंतजाम कर रख दिया है जस्ट इन केस एन ऑर्डर कम्स. वेपन्स आर रेडी, जीप इज रेडी, यू आर रेडी, योर ऑफिसर्स आर रेडी. इंस्पेक्टर थाने में जितने भी कांस्टेबल्स है वो लोग भी तैयार है. दे आर ऑल ईगरली वेटिंग. सर वहां पर हल्ला मचा रहे सर, कुछ नहीं कर सकते, ऑर्डर आने दो. सो क्या करें सर? चल चाय मंगवा, पी लेते हैं, चिल मार. गेटिंग द पॉइंट हियर. People with theory by either leave the job or will shake hands with ex-ones. I will agree with that, Abhishek. That is called bureaucratic socialization. That is what is something which may happen to many of you. You will go, या सिस्टम को आप भी हम ये कर कर रख देंगे. Once you join there, you will understand that ना आपके जूनियर्स आपकी बात सुन रहा है, ना आपके कोलीग्स आपका साथ दे रहा है, आपका सुपीरियर इज वन डैश. What will you do? चलो जो वही लोग कर रहे हैं वो हम भी करेंगे, मैं क्यों इतना टेंशन लूं? Getting the point here. Last one is knowledge, which highly depends upon what? फीडबैक। अब ये फीडबैक जो है, यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट इट अगेन इफ यू आर फ्रॉम बी सी डी। ए बी सी डी ग्रुप्स सर्विसेज का फीडबैक लेवल अगर आप देखोगे तो ऊपर से नीचे कम होते जाएंगे। क्यों? जिनका जिम्मेदारी कम है उन्हें जाकर आप क्यों क्या फीडबैक दोगे? गेटिंग द पॉइंट हियर। इंस्पेक्टर को फीडबैक देकर आप क्या करोगे? जब एसपी का काम था पूरा डिस्ट्रिक्ट के लॉ एंड ऑर्डर संभालना, that's SP's responsibility. What is the whole point of giving the feedback to the inspector? You can give the feedback to the inspector with regard to his jurisdiction and his police station. That you can do. Usse niche, will you give feedback to a constable? Or will you give feedback to maybe a sweeper who comes to the police station? Absolutely not. So automatically when you're not, if I don't have to, if Abhishek doesn't have to give me a feedback, let us say I'm a constable and he is an SP. Abhishek doesn't even have to know my name. नाम भी जानने की जरूरत नहीं है ना। क्यों? क्योंकि अभिषेक का लेना देना किसके साथ है? इंस्पेक्टर के साथ। और मेरा काम क्या है? कुछ भी नहीं, इंस्पेक्टर की गाली सुनो। That's it. So automatically what happens? There is a lack of interest. There is nothing to excite them. There is nothing to make them feel, yes, ये हम करेंगे। वो नहीं है इस काम में। Getting the point here, people? Thus, from a motivational standpoint, well-designed jobs are those that incorporate high levels of the 5 core job dimensions. Now, till here we had wound up yesterday. Any doubts so far? All right. From a motivational standpoint, well-designed jobs are those that incorporate high levels of 5 core job dimensions. 5 कोर जॉब डायमेंशन है। अगर ये आपने इंकॉर्पोरेट कर दिया, पीपल विल लार्जली शो थियरी वाई ट्रेड्स। थियरी वाई क्या है? एंथुजियास्टिक, रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सी, दे सीक रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, काम करना चाहते हैं, इनोवेशन, क्रिएटिविटी, ये सब लाएंगे। When people perform such jobs, they should feel highly motivated, perform high quality work, highly satisfied with their jobs, be absent infrequently. Infrequently they are absent, यानी कि genuine reasons के लिए only they take a leave, and be unlikely to resign from their job. They won't resign from their job that easily because they love their job. Let us see that now. Core job dimensions are skill variety, task identity, task significance, autonomy and feedback. कितना वैरायटी मैं यूज कर सकता हूं, मैं कितना बड़े काम का हिस्सा हूं, मेरा काम क्या इंपैक्ट क्रिएट कर रहा है, मुझे कितना आजादी है, फीडबैक क्या मुझे मिल रहा है, मेरे हरकतों के वजह से मुझे क्या फीडबैक मिल रहा है. दीज आर द 5 कोर डायमेंशंस. And if you see, it is very, very true. Take any job for that matter. Most of the jobs, people who love their job, it is because of these 5 dimensions only. Getting the point here? These 5 dimensions is the reason why people love their job. And we are talking about, when we talk about such people again, these are your high performing individuals. They won't just settle down for salary alone. Salary अच्छा है तो मैंने काम के लिए join किया ना. These are people who are highly motivated. पैसा है तो ठीक है. That's how they are. But money is not their priority. Best example for this, All India Service, ISRO. डिफेंस सर्विसेज. डिफेंस सर्विसेज ने मैं मानता हूं ऑटोनॉमी ज्यादा नहीं है, वहां पर भी ऑर्डर ही चलता है, लेकिन वहां पर सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज क्या है? फीडबैक जरूर आएगा. बॉर्डर से कोई हमला अगर आपने रोक लिया, मीडिया विल प्रेज यू, पीपल विल प्रेज यू, सोशल मीडिया पोस्ट्स विल कम, आर्मी विल फील हाँ देख हाउ आवर कंट्री, हाउ माय ब्रदर्स एंड सिस्टर्स आर प्रेजिंग मी. ऊपर से टास्क सिग्निफिकेंस सुप्रीमली सिग्निफिकेंट. ISRO same thing. Autonomy again, they also have to follow what order everything, but they can develop their skills. They are part of very big missions. It has a huge impact for the people of the country as well as the country itself. Feedback also they get. That is why these jobs are still in demand. सिर्फ सैलरी की वजह से नहीं, पैसों की वजह से था तो पीपल कुड हैव एक्चुअली ऑप्टेड फॉर मल्टीपल अदर ऑप्शंस. यार चाय के दुकान ही क्यों ना शुरू करते, इतना भी टेंशन नहीं है. किसी भी कोने पर इफ यू स्टार्ट अ चाय का दुकान, एटलीस्ट अ डीसेंट चाय इट इज, you will easily stand to make anywhere between 70,000 to 1 lakh rupees in a month, depending upon where you are setting it up. Getting the point here. Then, critical psychological states, what are they? Experienced meaningfulness, experienced responsibility, knowledge of results, and growth need strength. मतलब ये ग्रोथ के लिए ताकत की जरूरत है. कौन सी ताकत? मेंटल ताकत. Because when you feel that yes, my job is so important, I am very responsible, I have so much of responsibility, पूरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट का जिम्मेदारी मेरे हाथ में है, and I know the impact of whatever steps I am taking, automatically what will happen? People are going to feel, you are going to feel what? Highly useful and resourceful. This is what will happen. All of that will lead to what? Internal work motivation. पैसों से if you are continuing the work, that is only what? External. This is all about that psychological fulfillment. That is, this here is nothing but your self-actualization of Maslow. This is again, there is a need for achievement. वो भी आ रहा है यहां पर, नाच. Then you have growth needs of Herzberg and growth under ERG theory. Any doubts, people? To assess the relationship between core job dimensions and motivation, a questionnaire known as the Job Diagnostic Survey has been developed. Based on responses to the JDS, an index known as the motivating potential score is computed as follows. MPS is equal to skill variety plus task identity plus task significance into autonomy into feedback. This is the formula given for it divided by 3. Why we are dividing it by 3 and all? Anyway, don't look into those details and all. They have made a formula for this. So, simple point here is, agar autonomy nahi hai, feedback nahi hai, or let us say a scale of 1 to 5. Just symbolic, okay? 1 to 5 level, where 5 is very good and 1 is very poor. तो स्किल वैरायटी अगर 1 है, टास्क आइडेंटिटी 1 है, टास्क सिग्निफिकेंस 1 है, और 1 मिनट into 1 into 1. As per Bodmer's principle, first you will multiply 1 into 1, 1 into 1, 1, 3 by 3 is equal to 1. So MPS, if you calculate for group C, group D jobs, it is going to be what? 1 on a scale of 1 to 5. Now division and multiplication I'm not going to do and teach you. Sit and do it yourself. The other thing, let us take your job, district collector or IPS, district superintendent of police. Skill variety is 5. Task identity is 5. Task significance is 5 into 5 into 5. Do multiplications first, that is 125 here. (125 plus 5, 130, 135. Oh, sorry, divided by 3. So, 45. So, generally, if you see, for group B, C, D, the value is what? Very less. For group A, it is very high. That is why there is an increase in demand for those exams. Getting the point here? It's just for your representation, only any value. Put a scale here, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. 5 will be generally there for what? All India service, high officer level posts in the defense services. है ना? Maybe in state level also, group A, in state services. तो इन जैसे कामों के लिए you will feel what? High skill variety, high task identity, high task significance, high autonomy, high feedback. जैसे आप नीचे नीचे जाओगे सब कुछ लो होगा. Motivation also will be less. Why? Internally कुछ भी नहीं है आपको ड्राइव करने के लिए. आपको लगेगा यार 20 साल के लिए यही काम मैं कैसे करूंगा. Getting the point here. आगे. The MPS is a summary index of a job's potential for motivating people. The higher the score for a given job, greater the likelihood of experiencing positive outcomes specified by the model. These effects are, however, moderated by individual differences in growth need strength. Such that employees who value learning and development are more responsive to both the enriched job characteristics and the critical psychological states, as well as by knowledge, skill, and autonomy in the work context. That is, यहां पे सबसे खास बात क्या है? ये पूरा थियरी अगर काम करने के लिए see calculation part, like I told you, don't calculate. That is not the that is too intricate and too depth. We need not go till there. How it is calculated, that is not even a point. Leave it aside. He has not even told how to calculate it. The theory is only till there. He has basically told variety kitna hai, variety zyada hai ya kam. So it's on a comparative basis. So district collector has more skill variety, या फिर एक विलेज ऑफिसर हैज मोर स्किल वैरायटी मींस On a scale of 1 to 5, how are you going to put it? You will give 5 for district collector, you will put 1 for village officer. That is how you are going to compare and put the value. That's it. You cannot actually sit and count, right? इतना skills की जरूरत है district collector के अंदर, इतना कम skills की जरूरत है village officer के अंदर. Getting the point here? It's all relative and comparative. How do we know that this is very comparative and very relative? ये point से. Because what has he told? He has basically told that, 1 minute. He has basically told that all of this will depend upon the individual. इंडिविजुअल अगर सीखना चाहते हैं, इंडिविजुअल अगर ज्यादा जानकारी चाहते हैं, लर्न करना चाहते हैं, डेवलप करना चाहते हैं, only then this is going to work. In other words, like I told you, that is, take a group C level job. All right, क्लर्क का जॉब. अब ये आदमी कभी जिंदगी में सोचा नहीं था कि वो क्लर्क बन जाएगा. जहां तक उसका सवाल है, उसका सबसे बड़ा सपना था ये क्लर्क बनना. All right, now he became a clerk. That was his life's premium target in his life. So skill variety is not there. Skill variety is not there. टास्क आइडेंटिटी, टास्क सिग्निफिकेंस, ये सब कम है. ऊपर से ऑटोनॉमी भी कम, फीडबैक भी कम. अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस थियरी, व्हाट इट इज, मोटिवेट एमपीएस स्कोर विल बी वेरी लो बिकॉज इट्स अ ग्रुप सी जॉब, क्लर्क का जॉब. लेकिन वो बंदा खुश है. वो बंदा एकदम खुश है क्योंकि he wanted that only. He does not want to learn anything new. He does not want to develop. He is happy being a clerk for the next 20 or 30 years of his life. Got the point here? He is absolutely happy. He is like, इससे ज्यादा मैं कुछ नहीं चाहता. खत्म बात. So this theory is not going to work there because these people, उनकी सबसे बड़ी चाहत जो थी, they reached it. They don't want all this. It is not going to be applicable there. So it again matters. The individual matters. Individual क्या चाहते हैं? क्या इतना काम individual करना चाहते हैं? I knew an acquaintance actually. Her first service preference was IRS. When I saw the DAF form for a minute, even I was taken aback because generally people will give either IAS. Obviously, 99% will give IAS as their first option. Service preference. Another majority will give Indian Foreign Service. A third majority will give IPS. This is the general trend. First time I saw somebody giving IRS as the first option. And she had a proper reason for it. Her reason was, no, I think I want to work in that field, or I don't want a very busy life. I don't want a very busy life. I think I will be able to balance both my family life as well as my personal life. I want to balance both. This was her idea. Best part is she did get into IRS. So that is her life. That is what she wanted. Utna task, mujhe utna zyada, what is it? I don't want to be in the limelight. I want to have at least a little stable life. IAS, IPS officers, their life can be really tough. They can always have lot of transfers, etc. But I don't want that life. I want transfers I'm okay with, but I want some sense of stability, some sense of predictability in my life. So I prefer IRS. That is what she told in the interview board also. She cleared. Getting the point here. MPS depends upon individual's goal and purpose. Exactly. See, not only MPS, every theory depends on that. Ultimately, every theory. Because individual motivation का मतलब, individual motivation, हर व्यक्ति का, it is different. हम ब्रैकेट कर ये नहीं कह सकते कि सारे लोग जो सिविल सर्विस क्रैक किए हैं, they are खुश. सारे लोग जो सिविल सर्विस क्रैक नहीं किए हुए हैं, they are sad. That is not the case. If that was the case, means not a single civil servant should have resigned. But in the last 10 years, if you take the list of civil servants who have resigned, IAS or IPS or IAFS, I don't know much. IAS हो, IPS हो, IRS हो, और द नीचे वाले सर्विसेज भी अगर आप ले लोगे तो यू विल फाइंड अ लॉट ऑफ resignations. Getting the point here? So this is how it is. This keeps shifting. Or in other words, I'll tell you one thing. From my experience again, my friends are there who are in Indian Forest Service who are posted in Northeast. They are jealous of me. Why? Because they are telling that, see, you are the one who is lucky. You are teaching, you are earning well, you get to go home and meet your family, you are eating nice food, you are watching the movies in theater itself. Because Northeast, it is not that there is no theater. You don't get to watch many of the regional movies there. That is the problem there. So they have to wait for the OTT release only. And again, for them, their hometown is back in South. So only occasionally they can come down. Those are the reasons given by them. According to me, what do I see when I look at them? I feel, oh, look at you people. So lucky you are. Got into the service, man. Wow. Grass is greener on the other side. Getting the point here. My internal motivation alag hai. Yaar, I couldn't crack the service. उनकी internal motivation कुछ अलग है. यार घर का खाना कब खा सकते हैं? Getting the point here. Job is having variety, job is having significance, everything is there. Because after all, IFS, not a small service. Come on, all India service it is. Everything is there. But the motivation is different. उनको अभी क्या मोटिवेट करेगा? उनके लिए क्या है? भैया मुझे बस घर जाकर खाना खाना है. That is now their biggest motivation now. मेरा मोटिवेशन ओके, खुद क्लियर नहीं कर पाया, बाकी लोगों का मदद कर लेंगे. It is alag. So individual to individual it will vary. Theories of motivation that is there, we can only draw what? A rough idea. Okay, maybe this is the vajah. Oh, maybe that could be a reason. That's it. We cannot pinpoint and say this is the correct thing, this is the value for it. That you cannot do it with motivation or human behavior itself. Motivation behavior का एक हिस्सा है. इंसान का बर्ताव करने का तरीका का एक factor है motivation, not the complete. And just like how human behavior keeps changing, motivating factors keep changing. What many find motivating today, tomorrow they may not find it interesting. Vikrant Massey, the guy who acted in that movie 12th Fail and all, he quit movies, right? आम तौर पर जब आपके मूवी इतना सक्सेस लाया है, आम तौर पर कोई भी आदमी क्या करेगा? He will continue in movies. बड़े प्रोडक्शन हाउस, बड़े डायरेक्टर, बड़े बड़े एक्ट्रेसेस के साथ काम करूंगा. That is what generally everybody will do. He quit movies. Why? The drive is no more there. Motivation खत्म. उनको लग रहा है भाई हो गया ना, अब इससे ज्यादा क्या करूं? He is finding now happiness in what? In being a father, in being a husband, in being a son-in-law, son, brother, etc. Clear? True, students are going to foreign country. Why? Because they feel there is a better opportunity there. Skill varieties, job significance, feedback mechanism, everything you see, outside it is more. Plus the added fact that money bhi acha hai. That is the point. Clear? With that, we come to an end of content theories. Any doubts here, people? So far? Correct? It will vary from person to person. Moving on, process theories. So process theories, yesterday's class when I introduced it to you, I told you one thing there. Main highlight is what? जहां तक content theory is all about the individual, process theory is about एक motivation हम कैसे जगाएं, कैसे वहां तक पहुंचे, कैसे उसे सस्टेन कर रखें. दैट इज दिया कैसे जलाएं, कैसे उसे मेंटेन करें बिना बुझे हुए. how long can we maintain it? So there is a process to it. Because Maslow you take, Herzberg you take, ERG theory you take, job characteristics model you take, or McClellan's theories you take, in all that, what do you find? It is all about the individual. Individuals' need for achievement, individuals' need for power, individuals' need for achievement, job characteristics. These are all about individual. Process का मतलब है how can we incite it? How can we reach till there? How can we maintain it? Correct. Stimulating. Process or cognitive theories of motivation focus on conscious human decision processes as an explanation of motivation. The process theories are concerned with determining how individual behavior is energized, directed, and maintained in the specifically willed and self-directed human cognitive processes. मतलब, this sentence का मतलब, now I have to energize you people. I have to energize you, I have to direct you and maintain a certain behavior inside you. All right, I have to do it inside you. लेकिन यहां पर why there is a challenge here? Challenge is आप खुद सोच सकते हैं, आप खुद सोचकर आपका फैसला ले सकते हैं. So whatever I am trying to do, I have to do it in such a way that it should be in sync with what you want. जो भी मैं करना चाहता हूं, यानी कि if I am telling you that you need to prepare for UPSC diligently, this month onwards, focus completely on your prelims. Give 1 or maximum 2 hours for your optional. When I say, that should be in sync with what you are doing, which is what prelims आ रहा है. आप भी prelims की तैयारी कर रहे हो. उल्टा, if I tell you, no, you will continue and send writing answers to me till May, तब क्या होगा? आप सोच सकते हैं, आपका एक खुद का विल पावर है, खुद का एक जुनून है, खुद का एक डायरेक्शन सेंस है. हाँ भाई, प्रीलिम्स की तैयारी करना है और मैं कुछ उल्टा कह रहा हूं, मेंस की तैयारी करो, लेकिन आपको मालूम है प्रीलिम्स का वक्त है अभी, अब क्लैश होगा. तो आप किसके सुनोगे? खुद का, मेरा नहीं. Because whatever I am trying to direct you, whatever I am trying to energize you, it is exactly in opposite of what you want to do. Getting the point here? So the idea here is, if I want you to do something, I have to do it in such a way that it should help me reach my goal. It should help you also reach your goal. Whatever energy I am trying to give you, whatever direction I am trying to give you, it should be in sync with your sense of direction also. आपके मंजिल तक पहुंचने के लिए मेरा जो भी मैं आपको डायरेक्ट कर रहा हूं या आपको एनर्जाइज कर रहा हूं, दोनों एक ही डायरेक्शन में होना चाहिए. तभी आप मेरे या किसी के भी सुनने के लिए आप तैयार होंगे. Process theories of motivation are based on early cognitive theories which posit that behavior is the result of conscious decision making process. That is the point here. That is, every human being is capable of what? खुद सोचकर फैसला लेने के लिए सारे human beings capable है. I can only energize you, direct you, motivate you. But if it is not whatever I am telling, you are feeling, ये सही नहीं है, you will not follow it. Blindly you may follow it if you are in love with me or you are attracted to me. हाँ, सर ने कह दिया कूदो, तीसरी मंजिल से कूद जाऊंगा मैं. या फिर you will not listen to me because you are angry or you hate me. That is what emotional trigger. कॉन्शियसली सोचने का मतलब क्या है? आपसे किसी ने कुछ कहा, आप उसको रैशनली देखकर आप सोच रहे हो ये किस हद तक सही है. किस हद तक ये सही नहीं है, you are analyzing it. That is what consciously you are taking a decision means. So when I am telling you, okay, 2 hours, keep it aside for optional. Every day do 10 pages or 15 pages from current affair compilation. तीसरा, कुछ क्लासेस अभी चल रहा है, जितने भी जीएस क्लासेस अभी चल रहा है, रोज उसका जैसे ही क्लास खत्म होता है, इमीडिएटली रीड द नोट्स, डोंट स्टडी इट. जो सब्जेक्ट्स खत्म हो चुका है उसका रिवीजन स्टार्ट कर दो, और जब भी वक्त मिले पीवाईक्यूज सॉल्व करते जाओ. हर ऑप्शन क्यों सही है या क्यों गलत है ये करते जाओ. नाउ 4 थिंग्स आई टोल्ड यू. You will think consciously कि किस हद तक this will help my preparation. You will do what will work for you. Some of you will make some changes to it and do accordingly. Some of you will blindly follow it because you feel, this is perfect. This strategy seems perfect till prelims. Some of you may add a few more things to it, which is what test series lena. Getting the picture here? So all of this is what at the end of the day, conscious decision making. The major process theories of motivation are expectancy theory, equity theory, goal setting theory, and reinforcement theory. Process theory is it equal to incrementalism. Zone of acceptance. I wouldn't call it incrementalism. Incrementalism means base remains the same and you're adding a few things to it. द ग्राउंड लेवल का फाउंडेशन जो है उसमें आप कोई चेंजेस नहीं ला रहे हो, थोड़ा इधर उधर एडिशन कर रहे हो. यहां पर सोच समझकर ही यू टेक एनी फैसला. दैट इज व्हाट यू आर. एनी ह्यूमन बीइंग विल ओनली टेक अ डिसीजन सोच समझकर. सो इट इज अप टू मी to motivate you, to prepare you, to make you prepare in the right direction. Because कुछ लोग ये भी सोचेंगे, यार अभी तक मैंने मेन शुरू नहीं किया है, आंसर राइटिंग भी नहीं किया, मैं इस साल अटेम्प्ट नहीं दूंगा, मैं नेक्स्ट साल दूंगा. And when did you start preparing? Maybe 2024 July or 2024 November. So 2024 November, 2025 पूरा साल, then 2026 May. You're almost done with 2 years then. 2 years आपके करियर में ब्रेक आ गया. How are you going to explain it in case you don't clear UPSC or any government exam? Getting the point here? So my purpose of motivation should be what? To see to it that you are giving your attempt in 2025. कम से कम इतना तो समझ में आएगा ना कि आप कहां तक है अभी तक, आपकी खुद का काबिलियत क्या है. Getting the point here? So there is no incrementalism here. It is all about you are consciously thinking, you are looking into what when somebody is trying to motivate you or demotivate you, कि किस हद तक ये सही है या गलत, and based on that you will take a decision. Sir-like picking subject, doing PYQs where we are like exactly. All right. More we will understand. So process theory again, like I told you, process क्या है? What is the process to motivate? What is the process to direct? What is the process to sustain that behavior? Motivate कैसे करूं? कैसे डायरेक्शन दे दूं? कैसे उसे सस्टेन करूं? That is process. Content is all about अंदर, इंडिविजुअल के अंदर है. Process is about कैसे वो इंसाइट करे, ट्रिगर करे. Clear? So let us take it up. Vroom's expectancy theory. Any doubts so far, people? Any doubts? Vroom suggested that motivation is the product of 3 factors: expectancy. One's estimate that effort will lead to successful performance. Instrumentality. 1 minute. 1 minute. expectancy. Once estimate that effort will lead to successful performance. Dominance work here. Not chances are very less. Chances are very, very less because motivation will not work by domination. आप कर सकते हैं धमकी देकर. Like my parents used to do that. If you genuinely love me, clear the exam. Getting the point here. You genuinely love me, clear the exam and show. अब ये क्या लॉजिक है? Getting the point here. So that will not work. That is domination theory. They are using their position, their power position there as a parent to dominate and tell that, okay, if this is the case, do this. That will not work. Because after a point, you will start questioning. So if I don't clear, then that means I don't love you anymore. समझ में आ रहे हो? You will automatically start questioning it. So you will automatically start thinking कि क्यों ऐसा क्यों? So that is the point here. You are capable of thinking by yourself. So Vroom कह रहा है 3 factors है. पहला वाला है expectancy. And what is expectancy? Once estimate that effort will lead to successful performance. That is why you are all here. Somewhere you feel that you are able to what? Crack the service. You will get into the rank list. अगर 1% भी वो फीलिंग नहीं था तो अब तक आप ये छोड़ चुके होते. You would have left it long time ago. I know people. There are people again in LinkedIn and all. Many people have wrote their stories 2-3 months into the preparation. Many people understood that यार ये मेरी बस का बात नहीं है, मैं छोड़ रहा हूं इससे. People are capable of thinking that. Why? Low expectancy. They don't have any expectation that they will clear the exam. जितना ज्यादा सिलेबस आ रहा है, जितना ज्यादा कंटेंट देखने का बाद उन्हें लग रहा है भाई दिस इज नॉट गोइंग टू वर्क फॉर मी. क्लियर? दूसरा इंस्ट्रूमेंटलिटी. Once estimate that performance will result in certain outcomes or rewards. अगर मैं सर्विस क्रैक किया तो आगे का मेरा जिंदगी जो है वो बेहतरीन होगा. उस कमीने रिश्तेदार को मैं उनको सबक सिखाता हूं. Once I crack the सर्विस क्रैक करने दो, एसपी बनकर आ जाऊंगा. सबसे पहले उस मामा जी को ही जट्टी पर I'll make him stand in the police station. I have heard even more bizarre reasons than this for people to come and take up UPSC. So a desired outcome. So one is I want to clear. Number 2 is I want to, the result that is there once I clear. Once estimate that performance will result in certain outcomes or rewards. Participatory approach. I didn't understand that, Sakshi. How is participatory approach coming here? There is no participation. It is all individual. Motivation में participatory approach कहां से आएगा? जितने भी लोग अगर आपको मोटिवेट करना चाहते हैं, अगर आपके अंदर वो जुनून नहीं है, you are not going to get motivated. If you don't feel that this is an attractive job, why will I even try for it? My sister is there. She is doing right now her PhD in anthropology. So she did her MA from FLU, Hyderabad, English Foreign Language University. It's one of the topmost universities in the country when it comes for English languages. Then she did her MPhil from JNU. Now currently she is doing her PhD. So in anthropology again, because literature field mein she just wanted to try something different. So such a vast portfolio she is having. My mother tried her level best to make her attempt for the civil service, telling her about the expectancy, यानी कि क्या होगा, तुम कर सकते हो, तुम काफी इंटेलिजेंट हो, ये हो, वो है. आउटकम क्या होगा तुम्हारे, व्हाट इज इट, विथ योर कैरेक्टर यू कैन बिकम अ ग्रेट ऑफिसर, ये कर सकते हैं, तुम सिस्टम में बदलाव ला सकते हैं, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. माय मदर वुड हैव स्पेंट आई थिंक एनीवेयर बिटवीन आधे घंटे से लेकर 45 मिनट व्हेन दे बोथ वर ट्रैवलिंग इन अ कार. My sister kept on listening to this, etc., etc., etc. Finally, she just told one sentence. Amma, anyway, भैया को आपने उस direction में you have sent him. From one parivar, one child is enough. More than that is not required. My mom was about to start something. She's fine. She just told once and for all, I don't want that job. Even if it comes and lands on my lap also, I will not take it up. Let's talk something else. End of the discussion. Where is the participatory approach here? There is no participatory. Ultimately, understand every individual can think for himself or herself. So, jitna bhi aap tareef laga do, tareef kar do, etc. If that individual is not feeling interested, why will they take it up? They won't take it up. Finally, what is it? Valence. The extent to which expected outcomes are attractive or unattractive. किस हद तक आउटकम्स जो आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं वो किस हद तक अट्रैक्टिव है या अनअट्रैक्टिव. उल्टा कर दिया. गेटिंग द पॉइंट हियर. किस हद तक वो अट्रैक्टिव है या अनअट्रैक्टिव. दीज आर द अनअट्रैक्टिव एंड अट्रैक्टिव. अगेन इट इज नॉट वेरी क्लियर. खुद के लिए है या दूसरों के लिए. दूसरों के नजर में क्या वो बढ़िया चीज है या खुद के लिए बढ़िया है. We'll need to see to that later. But one thing is for sure, it is largely from what individual क्या कैसे उससे देखते हैं. How does the individual perceive it? Expectancy, will I be able to clear? The expected outcome of it. एक बार क्लियर किया क्यों तो क्या रिजल्ट मिलेगा, क्या रिवॉर्ड आएगा. तीसरा, किस हद तक वो आउटकम अट्रैक्टिव है या अनअट्रैक्टिव. सो एक्सपेक्टेंसी, इंस्ट्रूमेंटालिटी, वेलेंस. एनी डाउट्स हियर पीपल? Expectancy. Expectancy is the strength of belief that one's work-related effort will result in a given level of performance. For example, a person selling insurance policies may know from experience that volume of sales is directly related to the number of sales calls made. Expectancies are stated as probabilities and range from 0.0 to 1.2. In some situations, employees may believe that they can unquestionably accomplish the task. In other situations, they expect that even their highest level of effort will not result in the desired performance level. मतलब सिंपल है. आपके लेवल पर मैं अगेन बताता हूं. सो अगेन probability whether you will clear the exam or not is definitely lying between what? 0.0 to 1.2. Between these two values, it is the day you feel it is 0.0, you will stop attempting the service. You will stop attempting this exam. That as long as the value is above 0, you will keep on attempting it till your last attempt. You will keep on attempting it. Getting the point here. So, now, in my case also, I went on to give the further attempts. I know, after 4 or 5 attempts, mentally I was down. Mentally I was down because after the interview, everything, then I came down. उसके बाद डर आने लगा क्योंकि 5-6 साल हो चुके थे and I am already unemployed. ऊपर से मेरे भाई जो मेरे से 6 साल छोटे हैं, he cracked SSB, पास आउट भी हो गया उसका, वो बन गया लेफ्टिनेंट with the Indian Army. और मैं क्या कर रहा हूं? गांधी नेहरू के साथ रह रहा हूं. Getting the point here. So automatically after that point onwards, I was giving the attempt, but dil nahi tha. Why I was giving the attempt then if there was no dil? Because I just want to end it. कम से कम खत्म तो कर ले, जितना भी अटेम्प्ट है वो खत्म तो कर कर. एटलीस्ट आई कैन से ओके अटेम्प्ट खत्म, अब कुछ और सोचेंगे. लेकिन अगर अटेम्प्ट बचे हुए थे, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? यू विल ऑटोमेटिकली फील कि यार एक और बार ट्राई करते हैं, काश मैं ट्राई करता हूं एक और बार, एक और बार. But it is not with the full effort there. Getting the point here. So, if it is zero, the day it comes to zero, you will drop it. You may give the attempt. नाम के वास्ते या आपके आसपास जो लोग कह रहे हैं जाकर एक अटेम्प्ट देकर आ, क्या पता अगर क्लियर हो गया तो. So you will give it. But the day when you feel, no, I'm not going to clear this anymore, or you're doubtful of even clearing it, यार I पता नहीं है, that doubt comes in, it's game over. It's automatic game over because now you feel that nah, बस की बात नहीं है. But as long as it is above zero, you will tend to do it. Which will enhance employee performance? There is nothing called anything will enhance employee performance because it is again individual. It is highly individualistic. It has nothing to do with enhancing or not enhancing. Employee को enhance करने के लिए it is only what largely domination theory. In an organization, you dominate and you tell them, what is it? काम करो, वरना I will fire you. They will work. कब तक? जब तक उन्हें लगे यार ये काम अगर नहीं है तो मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता जिंदगी में. If I don't have the salary, how will I survive? Till then, domination will work. एक दिन अगर आता माझी सटकली, then what will happen? Once Beja becomes absolutely garam, you will be like, get lost. Who wants your job? They will walk out. So we cannot say this theory is better. Maslow के theory use करो, काम हो जाएगा. या ERG theory use करो, काम हो जाएगा. No. Theories are after all theories. You can only probably what say, okay, ये होने का chances है, ये नहीं होने का chances है. You cannot say that ये theory इस्तेमाल करो, this is the best theory to motivate the employees. No. And in India's case, let me tell you, in India's case, where 80 crore people are dependent on the central government for something as basic as food. एक बात समझ लो, basic needs is still a luxury for many people in India. Basic needs is a luxury for many people in India. 80 crore people are dependent on the government of India for khana means that clearly shows what? 80 crore तो गया, बाकी के 20 करोड़ वो इतना नहीं है कि सॉरी 60 करोड़ है, उनमें से आप another 20 या 30 करोड़ डाल दो लोअर मिडिल क्लास, then upper middle class, they are all struggling for what? सैलरी लेने के लिए, EMI भरने के लिए, टैक्स भरने के लिए, just to survive they are struggling. So it is all about what? In India's case, it's money and money. Money nahi hai to power. That is why you are also writing this exam. So these are the two components basically. So in Indian society, utna zyada motivation, room theory, ERG theory, utna zyada complication nahi hai. It is straight away what? Basic needs, existence needs, just to survive. The money that they need to make. That is why they are struggling. Uske aage the whole concept about we should travel more, you should relax, you should do anilom, vinilom, pranayama. अगर what is it, जान है तो ये सब करेंगे. खाना खाने का भी अगर इंतजाम नहीं है तो क्या अनिलोम विनिलोम, क्या मोटिवेशन, क्या मेंटल पीस, क्या माइंडफुलनेस. Getting the point here? खाने का इंतजाम नहीं है तो फिर क्या करोगे आदमी? So in India's case, it is all about basic needs. That is why we are only hearing what? Employers giving gali, managers giving gali. In which other country is that permitted? In which other democratic country is that permitted? where you can easily abuse your employees, abuse their parents. Nowhere else it will be entertained. There'll be a huge backlash. People will literally what? Boycott that organization. Getting the picture here? Taking it further forward. So this is the idea. Idea is simple. Agar if you feel that yes, you will clear, you will continue doing it. The day when it reaches zero, you'll stop doing it. Absolutely simple. आगे एक कदम भी नहीं रखोगे आप. आगे. Normally, employee estimates of expectancy lie somewhere between the two extremes. Employee also, when he tries to do a job, it will be somewhere between the two. He will never feel, yeah, I can do it absolutely, nor will he feel, I cannot do it. Even right now, your expectancy is somewhere between these two. You know the reality of the exam. You know it very well. So you are also, okay, I think I can clear it. Let me see what I can do. That is where you are. So it's somewhere in between this. Instrumentality. Instrumentality represents the employee's belief that a specific performance level will lead to a specific outcome or reward. This belief is stated as a probability ranging from 0.0 to 1.0. Thus, if an employee says that promotions are usually based on performance data, instrumentality will be rated high. However, if the basis for such decisions is unclear or managerial favoritism is suspected, a low instrumentality estimate will be made. Private sector में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा, like I told you, employees perform or they perform on the basis of what? On the basis of the fact that if I perform more, data will be there. Based on that, I'll get a promotion. 99% of the private MNCs in our country work by that logic. Perform more, I will get a promotion. But in the case of government jobs, if you see, government jobs, instrumentality is predetermined. Why predetermined? क्योंकि आपको मालूम है एक बार कलेक्टर बन गया 3 साल बाद प्रोबेशन बाद व्हाट विल बी योर पोस्टिंग, उसके आगे 2 साल बाद व्हाट विल बी योर नेक्स्ट प्रमोशन, व्हेन विल यू गेट योर नेक्स्ट प्रमोशन, इट इज ऑल चार्टेड आउट. वो पहले से ही डिसाइड किया हुआ है. परफॉर्म करो या ना परफॉर्म करो. हाँ, एक दूसरी बात है कि आजकल देयर इज अ मिड कैरियर रिव्यू ऑफ ऑल सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट सर्वेंट्स. दैट इज ट्रू. सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट या ऑल इंडिया सर्विस व्हाट इज इट ऑफिसर्स का एक मिड कैरियर रिव्यू 10-15 साल बाद होता है आजकल. If you don't do any Himalayan blunder, that also will go smooth. But you know in advance what is your next promotion, what is the next reward, what is the next outcome. Again, that is the reason why people prepare for the service. Because you know it very well. कि 20-25 साल के अंदर 25 साल के अंदर, if you crack the service, you have a very high probability of ending up in the Prime Minister's office or in a constitutional post like CAG, Finance Commission, maybe even RBI Governor or UPSC, etc., etc. Getting the picture here. So that is the main reason why people are attracted to this job. Clear about these two? Expectancy and instrumentality. Any doubts? All right. Valence refers to the strength of a person's preference for receiving a reward. It is the anticipated satisfaction or dissatisfaction that an individual feels towards an outcome. It ranges from positive to negative. Outcomes have a positive balance when they are consistent with our values and satisfy our needs. They have a negative balance when they oppose our values and inhibit need fulfillment. Very, very true. शादी कर लिया आदमी ने, उससे कोई एक्सपेक्टेशंस था. जब the BV becomes exactly what outcome he had thought, extreme satisfaction. Satisfaction complete. BV turns out to be a real pain in the dash. Really is trying to harass him, separate him from his family, telling him that, no, I cannot stay with your mother. I want a separate house. Okay, घर ले लिया. उसके बाद next condition, no, you shouldn't go and meet your mother. You can only go on a Sunday. चलो ठीक है, वो भी कर दिया, संडे को भी गया. उसके बाद संडे से भी प्रॉब्लम. No, you shouldn't go out and meet your mother at all. You should only look at me and sit on a Sunday. चलो वो भी किया. Now she has a problem again with that also. She is telling that on Sunday you are only sitting with me, you are not taking me out. चलो बाहर लेकर चलते हैं. नहीं नहीं नहीं, बाहर लेकर चलना. Why are you wasting money? This is why you are what is it? We are not able to make any asset. You are always wasting money. शादी होकर सिर्फ 1 ही साल हुआ है, क्या एसेट बनाना है तुझे अभी? वो मैं ना जानता नहीं, लेकिन तू पैसा मत खर्च कर. So at each and every turn, if your wife is going to tell you this, not to do this, not to do that, not do this, not do that, what is happening? Negative balance. क्यों? जो expectation आपको था उस और जो values आप सोच रहे थे आ जाएंगे शादी के बाद, that is not happening. What will be the end result? Divorce. Ulta scenario also. Husband doesn't like you visiting your own parents. Every time when he says, अगर तुझे जाना है तो अकेला जाना पड़ेगा, मैं नहीं आऊंगा तेरे साथ. Because he feels it is Mardangi is coming down if he visits with his wife his in-laws home. Because that is what has been taught in his home. सह लिया. उसके बाद क्या? Any function is there in his home, his parents have to give full attendance. Her parents has to come and give full attendance. They have to cooperate. They have to give gifts. They have to do this. They have to do that. ऊपर से husband and husband's family is insulting the girl's family, the girl openly. मजाक के नाम पर they are insulting. Girl also is going to experience negative balance. कि इस आदमी के साथ मैं क्यों जीऊं? Why should I leave? I'm not having one day's peace because of this fellow. ऊपर से इतना ज्यादा मांग. पहले आ गए थे कहकर के दहेज नहीं चाहिए, हमें बस लड़की चाहिए. लेकिन जैसे ही मंगनी खत्म हुई, once the engagement was done, the demand started. हमें ना ताज होटल में करना है शादी. हमें ना मेरे बेटे को ना जैगुआर कार बहुत पसंद है. Indirectly telling each and every demand. Ultimately, the father-in-law, okay, because it is a nice family, same caste, etc. Father-in-law एक एक करके भेजकर भी he is conducting the wedding, but ultimately अभी भेजने के लिए सिर्फ किडनी बचा है. This expectation not meeting the outcome कुछ और, expectation यहां पर है, outcome यहां पर है. This is the reason why people resign their job. This is the reason why people live diverse. This is the reason why sometimes people will even end their life. Got the point here? क्योंकि लग रहा है कि जो मैंने सोचा था मेरे जिंदगी कैसे होगा 40वीं उम्र में या 35 साल में, how I will be, my life will be, उसका Aju baju may be that expectation is not met. My wife has divorced me. She is demanding money just to see my own son. ऊपर से इतना ज्यादा पैसा मांग रहा है, मेरे पास उतना पैसा भी नहीं है देने के लिए. Now the only thing left is if I don't pay that much of alimony, I will have to go to the jail. किसके लिए जीऊं? क्या फायदा जीकर? चलो, I will end my life. Getting the point here? So this is easily understood. When your expectation and outcome are two different things, people will end it then and there. When expectation and outcome are in sync, people will be happy. They'll be at peace. Exactly. Balance for a reward is unique to each employee and is thus a reflection of individual differences. It is very true. Balance for a reward. यानी कि एक रिवॉर्ड कितना अट्रैक्टिव है या नॉन अट्रैक्टिव है, ये इंडिविजुअल के ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा. जैसे कि कुछ लोगों का बस क्या है, भाई एक गवर्नमेंट सरकारी नौकरी, बस भगवान मुझे एक सरकारी नौकरी तो दिलवा दो. दे आर हैप्पी विथ एनीथिंग. प्यून का भी नौकरी मिल गया तो दे आर लाइक यस, कंप्लीट खुशी. गेटिंग द पॉइंट? प्यून का भी नौकरी मिलेगा तो. But then there are IAS officers who are like, yaar, iske liye, for this I sat and listened to Nikhil sir's class every day, skipping lunch and my breakfast. This is what a wahiyat काम is this. हर दिन ये MP और MLA आकर मेरा दिमाग खा रहा है. ऊपर से ये जो सीनियर है मेरा इतना रिश्वत लेता है. I don't know what is he. 2 months you control, 3rd month you control. By the end of 1 year you are like, I cannot do this job anymore. You slowly send feelers to your your friends who are working in private companies. And in private company, you simply apply. देखते हैं क्या होता है. Just because you're cracked into IAS, they are ready to give you straight away general manager's post, 2.5 lakh salary per month. You are like, hey Bhagwan, I am ready. I am coming. Why? Your predictability. कंपनी है बैंगलोर में या हैदराबाद में, 2.5 lakh you are getting per month. कम से कम क्या पता है? In a city I will be. I don't have to worry about transfers. I don't have to worry about politicians. I will go in the morning, come back in the evening. That is what they wanted. Their expectation with the job was they need stability and predictability. They entered into IAS, they understood that इसमें predictability भी नहीं है ना stability भी है. 6 महीने अगर इस डिस्ट्रिक्ट में है, अगले 8 महीने कोई और डिस्ट्रिक्ट. बीच में अगर इलेक्शन आ गया वापस किसी और डिस्ट्रिक्ट. Getting the picture here? So it is all about what individual to individual. If an individual has a strong need for social interaction, working alone from home will have a strong negative valence. Very, very true. Work from home, if you really ask me, initially everybody were very, very happy. Work from home, yippee, they were happy. Travel करने की झंझट नहीं है. But I remember still during COVID lockdown one day again, the first lockdown I'm talking about, after 7 days I was going mad because obviously I was only talking to people over the phone. Properly face to face I've not talked to anybody. So one day what happened, Zomato fellow came, he kept the food there, he was standing very far also, he kept the food in between. I just told him, for 10 minutes can you talk with me? He smiled at me and he said, because he just removed his mask momentarily, he just put it back and told, Saab, even I wanted that. I have not talked to anybody for a very long time. बस खाना देकर मैं भी चला जाता. Then we spoke with each other. He was again from the IT field and all that. We talked. Why? Unable to talk with anybody. So a work from home individual who loves people, अगर वर्क फ्रॉम होम उससे दे देगा तो ही विल फील यार ये क्या है. ऊपर से जो चाहते ही नहीं है लोगों से मिलना और उससे कहते हो आप ऑफिस में आ जाओ, उसको क्या लगेगा, यार वर्क फ्रॉम होम क्यों नहीं देते. On the other hand, if a person prefers solitary activities and a high desire to excel, working away from home with opportunities for career advancement may have a strong positive balance. Expectancy theory claims that motivation is a multiplicative function of all three components. multiplicative. This means that for an individual to be highly motivated, all three components of the expectancy model must be high. यानी कि expectancy high होना चाहिए, instrumentality high होना चाहिए, balance high होना चाहिए, तभी people will be motivated to do that work. Your expectancy that you will clear this exam is high. The instrumentality, the positive outcomes that will come, that is also high. And you also expect that you will be highly satisfied once the outcome happens, that is also high. That is why you're preparing for this exam. It also implies that if any one of these three components is zero, overall level of motivation will be zero. मतलब क्या है? कलेक्टर बनकर आप बढ़िया काम कर रहे हैं, मतलब आपके एक्सपेक्टेंसी बिल्कुल मैच हो गया. Then instrumentality, that is the outcome what you're expecting as a collector, even that is also happening, means you are very, very happy. Lekin the valence part, in that valence part you had certain expectations in your family life. That is not happening. What expectation you had as a family life, once you become a district collector, how your family life will be, that is at zero. Automatically what will happen? Your motivation to continue as a DC will decline. Why? Because motivation here is a multiplicative function. Motivation is equal to E into I into V. इनमें से कोई भी वैल्यू अगर जीरो बन गया तो ऑटोमेटिकली पूरा चीज जीरो बन जाएगा. That is what this theory is telling. Vroom's expectancy theory is telling. लेकिन एक्सेप्शन है, हो सकता है even if the balance is zero, people will still continue in the job. Why? कोई और alternative नहीं है. Job wise they are happy. It is a family life that has gone into the, that has gone to the woods, that is in the woods right now. Otherwise job wise they are happy, so they'll continue in the job. They will keep the family life. Chalo theek hai, that is how the reality is. Can't do anything, let us accept it. They will move on. जरूरी नहीं है कि हर what is it, if any one of this value becomes zero, immediately they will resign, immediately they will divorce, or immediately they will commit suicide. Not necessary. Some people झेलने के लिए भी तैयार होते हैं. They will rather go with the flow. Okay, this is the new reality, let me accept it. So for example, even if an employee believes that her effort will result in performance, which will result in reward, motivation will be zero if the valence of the reward she expects to receive is zero. That is the point. That is, if you feel that the ultimate outcome and the final result, दोनों तरफ है. Even if you're balanced, then your balance will become zero. Motivation will become zero. That is what Vroom is telling. Not necessary. Like I told you, it is not necessary that just because you did not get an outcome, does that mean you should leave the job and go? I have already told you the example of Adarsh Housing Society scam. So there is this officer from Kerala, Rishi Raj Singh IPS. When he was in deputation with CBI as additional director, that is when he was in charge of this Adarsh Housing Society scam. बड़े बड़े ट्रंक बॉक्स है, स्टील के बड़े बड़े ट्रंक बॉक्स, 8 या 12 के, बड़ा नंबर. In that entire boxes they filled the evidences. उतना ज्यादा पेपर डॉक्यूमेंट्स थे. सारा एविडेंसेस इकट्ठा कर कर, सबूत सब कुछ जमा कर कर presented it in the CBI court. Court is yet to take up the case. Officer का क्या हुआ? He has retired from the service now. यानी कि उनका डेप्यूटेशन खत्म हुआ. He went back to the Kerala cadre. He continued there as an officer. Then he retired. Even after सारे सबूत सब कुछ इकट्ठा करने के बाद, the case is yet to go to trial. That means the outcome that he expected did not match with the consequence or the reality. he should be highly dissatisfied. Did he resign from the job because the CBI court did not take the case? No. He continued in his service, finished his retirement, he went home. मतलब क्या है? हमेशा ये मत सोचो कि जो आउटकम आप चाहते हैं वही ही होगा. अगर नहीं हो गया तो भी ओके, एक्सेप्ट, मूव ऑन. That's it. Porter and Lawrence published an extension of the Vroom expectancy model, which is known as the Porter-Lawrence expectancy model. Basic premise of the model is the same as Vroom's, but it extends the model by stating that motivation alone does not predict successful performance. It is a function of two other factors. मोटिवेशन alone will not decide success. दो अदर चीजें भी है जिस पर हमें ध्यान रखना है. वो क्या है? Skills and abilities, roles and perceptions. Okay, this is a little more, is there? एक मिनट, यहां तक कोई डाउट है? Exactly, Akshay. Don't be attached. In fact, don't be attached emotionally to anything. Understand that. Understand that we only own our life. हमारे ओनरशिप के अंदर अगर कोई चीज है वो सिर्फ अब खुद का जान, खुद का जिंदगी है. बाकी चाहे बीवी हो, बच्चे हो. That is even I know it for a fact today. When I am my son, is that I have my wife, but I am telling my mind from day one onwards one thing, that she is my wife, not my property. प्रॉपर्टी मीन्स क्या? इट्स अ नॉन लिविंग थिंग. मैं कुछ भी चाहे उसके साथ कर सकता हूं. मैं जला सकता हूं, तोड़ सकता हूं, कुछ भी चाहे कर सकता हूं. नॉट ऑन अ ह्यूमन बीइंग. बट माय सन इज नॉट माय प्रॉपर्टी. आई एम ओनली हिज फादर. एज अ फादर व्हाट एवर आई हैव टू डू आई विल डू, बट आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू एक्सपेक्ट व्हाट अ रिटर्न ऑन माय इन्वेस्टमेंट. उसके लिए आई विल रादर स्टार्ट सम म्यूचुअल फंड. गेटिंग द पॉइंट हियर. These are all living things. My point is what? To ensure that I am a good husband to my wife, I am a good father to my son. If they reflect it back, great. They don't reflect it back, still great. My life is not attached to anything. तब क्या होगा? शांति. I can only control myself and my actions. I cannot control anybody else's actions. जिस दिन ये सीख लिया, सब चीज आसान हो जाएगा. Clear? The remaining I will continue tomorrow, people, because not tomorrow, maybe Monday, because I want you people to have an open mind for these topics. So when we take the discussion a little too further or a little too fast, it becomes a little difficult to understand. And on top of it, again, these topics, once only there is a chance that it may come in your exam. So at least if you know the meaning of it, the context of it, you can write it. The keywords if you have. Okay. So on Monday, we will continue same time. All right. So let's call it a day, people.